What's going on today, people? My name is Tunchi, it's YBE and today we're going to talk about trucking. Basically, what I want to get into, I'm going to break down everything in different parts. Today, I want to get into the leasing program, lease purchase program, and basically owning a truck. I got a little flack off the last video I did. There was a lot of people that said that I possibly didn't know what I was talking about. First thing I want to tell you is, if you think I'm talking stuff, only thing you got to do is as simple as inboxing or just writing in the comments, prove it. The numbers that I did use was actually absolutely accurate. You can make ridiculous amounts of money in trucking if you are an owner-operator. I got into a little back and forth with a guy, and he said that most people were making in between $800 and $900, and that's because they're using someone else's equipment. If you're making $800 to $900 a week and you're an owner-operator, you're being cheated, you're being bamboozled, and you're being set up to fail. Basically, you will go out of business in a very short amount of time because of out of $800 to $900, what will you have to put up for maintenance of the truck? The majority of the time, the best way to go about the maintenance of a truck is, if you have good credit, you can go and get you a business credit card. You go to like American Express and you try to get you like a $25,000 credit limit, especially when you're making the money that you make. So when you apply, you just use your gross income, not your net income, and you probably would be to about 220 grand, 275,000. And I did say things about people making $5,000 to $7,000 doing certain things, which is true. Now, companies are set up in different ways. You got the company that's set up to they pay you percentage. Now, I've seen the companies go as high as 90%, no, 88% of the load. I think that's U.S. Freightways. They pay 88%. Now, the thing is, I'm going to give you a breakdown of how to find a good company. Number one, when someone tells you percentage, that's great. First thing you want to ask is, what percentage of the fuel surcharge do I get? A lot of the places that's fair, they'll give you 100% of the fuel surcharge. Some places that's kind of unfair to me, I think it's unfair, they give you like the fuel surcharge on national average, which end up being about, like right now with diesel prices being so low, it's at about 19 to 21 cents per mile. Totally unfair. To me it is. When a lot of these customers are paying 50, 60, 70, even $1 a mile for your fuel. Sometimes it does balance out because they pay you the same thing, the same fuel surcharge empty. Some of them do. Now, you got to be real careful and real skeptical about different companies. So you got to dig real deep, and your line of questioning should be the thing that help you make the decision of what company you're going to choose. Now, the percentage company, a lot of those companies pay really good. The first thing you want to know is, do they have enough freight to keep you busy? Secondly, what is your percentage after your fuel surcharge? If it's 100% of that, that's great. What's your percentage of the load? Now, percentage of the load comes down to like a lot of places do about 65, 70, 75%, and some places do 88. Now, the places with 88, look really deeply into those people, because a lot of the times what they'll do is they'll combine it together to make the number sound higher. What I mean, like U.S. Freightways, from what I understand, they give you the fuel surcharge, 88% of that, and 88% of the load, which Snyder gives you 65% of the load, but 100% of the fuel surcharge. I like to keep my full fuel surcharge. I don't like nobody taking chunks out of it because it's pretty healthy. And that's a way that you make a decision. I'm not sure who has the best freight, who has the ability to keep you running, but what I can say is that Snyder is a pretty good choice. Snyder does have 100% of the fuel surcharge, 65% of the load, but the thing that puts them ahead of a company like Mercer, which is a great company, family-owned company, they're great. Okay. the thing is that I'm sorry, the fuel surcharge. The thing is with Snyder, what gave them the heads up on Mercer to me, why I chose Snyder going to Mercer at one point in time, is because they're dropping hook. They are 88%, 85%, 80%, 75%. I know it's a high number. I can't be totally accurate of dropping hooks, which made it really easy. Which means that this load right here could pay $1.88 a mile. This one paid $2.25 a mile. Now this one is 400 miles and this one is 300 miles. This one has a wide open selection to say that I can pick this load up in between Monday and Tuesday and drop it anytime in between Monday and Tuesday. This is a load that will take me no less than 10 hours to complete. I mean, no more than 10 hours to complete. I'm sorry. No more than 10 hours to complete. So I can be in and out. But on the other side with Mercer, if I get that load that's $3 a mile and it's 400 miles or 300 miles, I pick it up on Monday at a certain time, but it doesn't drop till Tuesday, which means that I'm hung up on this and I can't move anymore. After I get there to drop that load, I gotta wait till the next day to drop it. So if it's 300 miles, I made $600, but I can't move. But this one over here, Snyder, let's say it's $1.88. If it's $1.88, that's almost $600. It's 500 and some change. But right after that, I go right over 30 miles, pick up me another little short load for 75 miles. It's probably paying $2.50 a mile. Run that up 75 miles. Well, I used to just run until I couldn't run anymore. It's a lot of money in trucking. But the thing is that rule number one, don't listen to negative people. If you want to make money in trucking, you need to sniff out the most positive people in the trucking industry that you can run past that's actually doing great. Number two, you're going to have the bitchers and complainers. Don't believe them because everybody is not built to be a boss. And that's what happened to these guys. They go out, they lease a truck, and they think just like an employee, but you're the boss. Every time I had a problem where my check came up short, I automatically blamed myself first. I went through every motion to see what I possibly could have been doing wrong, and then I went on the hunt. A lot of the times, like with companies like CR England, blame them most of the time because they will cheat the hell out of you on your paycheck. Damn near every chance they get. So watch your pay. Watch your miles per gallon. Watch your miles per gallon. That's another thing you have to watch. It is very hard to get an understanding of this in the beginning. But in the end, I promise you, it will work like clockwork. It's just kind of all over the place. I know this, but I just want to give you some basic facts. Companies that pay you percentages, companies like the company I was working with, SLT, you move military freight. I can't get into too much detail about where they go and how they do it because it's a matter of national security. Honestly, they pay you really well. They pay you really well. Some of the loads pay $3, $4, $5 a mile. They carry all types of different things. They carry a lot of hazardous loads. They carry a lot of freight from plants that throw away waste. So they pay top dollar for it. And you can make a lot of money. It's just a team. It's a team. You have to be a team over there. And I can't get into everything because I don't know what I can and I can't say. I just know they told me you can't go on social media and give too many details or you can end up in jail. And I don't want to do that. What I can say is I swear to you on my fucking children. I got a friend over there right now. He calls and he checks in with me, him and his wife. He don't tell me the location where they at because that's against the rules. But what he does tell me is what his last paycheck is. Some of his biggest paycheck with him and his wife, he had a paycheck for $9,000 or $11,000 in 1 week. And I swear to God, I know he's telling the truth. I've seen humongous paychecks when I was over there. I've seen them. It's all about perception. If you go in with a losing attitude, you're going to lose. If you go in with the attitude of employee, you need to be employed. You don't need to be in a position to give away employment, is what I'm saying. So this is just like a rebuttal, somewhat of a rebuttal to a few of the comments that I had, and I'm doing it in good spirits. I'm not really talking down on people, but I just don't like the fact that a lot of people will kind of deter other people from going into the career of trucking, or actually make them feel like that they can't earn any type of good money. But I'm proof, and I have. I done made humongous checks, and I done made the smallest. But the one thing that I don't do is I don't blame other people for my own mistakes. And that's why I got really good in the industry that I'm a part of. So, last but not least, I just want to get on, we got on percentage. The leasing program, I just want to hit on that just a little bit. If you're thinking about going to get a truck and you're thinking about going through a company, be really, really tedious on researching what you're looking for. I want to do another one with a list of questions that you can ask a potential employer or someone that you're going to lease from. Because one thing that you don't want is a humongous overhead. And I seen two scams that a lot of these companies do. I seen one that was called variable mileage, where they charge you 14 cents a mile for every mile you run to help to pay for the receptionists and the people that you call in, dispatchers and everything, which I think is garbage. And that can end up, if you're running 10 miles, you can end up paying like $1,200 a week. And then I know other companies that give you a ridiculously high truck note. Like they'll give you a newer truck and you'll be leasing it for $1,400 a week, which means that you're going to have to live in that truck. You will have no outside life, no family life, no personal life. Because if you go home for 2 weeks, when you come back out, you're automatically over $2,800 in the hole, on top of insurance and everything else, plates and maybe the iPads or whatever. So you could end up in 2 weeks, $3,000 in the hole. The best way to go is you go out, you get you a truck the best way you possibly can. If you can put down on one, if you got the credit for one, you put down on one just like you buying a car, and you buy it. Your note will probably be about $800 to about $1,100 per month. And every week you pay your truck for maintenance. Every week, $300, $400, $500, depending on the miles you're running and the money you make. And you save up whatever it costs to replace that motor. And you'll be fine. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, drive safe, and enjoy the rest of your day. This is Toon, and if you don't want to end up in a box, think outside of it. I be
Drug dealing and killing is going on in my town. It don't take a killer to kill or a driller to drill. See, just being yourself is the definition of real.